I find a comfortable place to sit or lie down, wherever I feel supported and at ease. I soften my gaze or close my eyes, letting the outer world gently fade. I give myself permission to be here now, just as I am, not needing to change anything. There is nothing to do, nothing to achieve, only this moment to rest. I begin by noticing my breath. It is natural, easy, coming and going on its own. I take one slow, deep breath in through my nose, filling my belly, my chest, my whole being with fresh, calm air. Holding for a moment, and now I exhale slowly through my mouth, releasing all tension in my body, all busyness in my mind. Once again, I breathe a second deep breath, drawing in peace, holding it, and exhaling a long, gentle exhale out through the mouth, letting go of anything left that does not serve me now. One more breath in, filling with quiet light. And now out, softening, settling, sinking deeper into stillness. My body rests, my mind quiets, my heart opens. I am safe, I am held, I am exactly where I need to be. From this place of gentle stillness, I gently choose to set aside every fear, every grievance, every self-judgment, just for this sweet instant. I allow them to softly melt and dissolve in the warm, endless love and perfect innocence of my holy self, the self I forever share with God. I invite the light of my beloved holy self to quietly shine away every shadow in my mind. Here in this holy instant, this timeless, precious breath, I willingly release my small, borrowed ideas of who I thought I was, and I open to receive the magnificent, unopposed innocence of my real identity, eternally one with God. With a soft, open heart, I take Holy Spirit's hand. Together we look without judgment, with perfect kindness at everything I am not. I feel completely safe in the Holy Spirit's gentle gaze. I take one easy, gentle breath, trusting to be fully shown who I really am. I welcome with joy everything God longs to reveal. right now, in this moment, Holy Spirit asks me to understand I am not the one who suffers. I am not the one carrying emotional or physical pain. I am not the one gripped by fear. I am not the one who turns against myself. I am not the one who believes in sin. I am not the one who feels abandoned. I am not the one who feels betrayed. I am not the one aching with loneliness. I am not the one who feels lacking. I am not the one who feels deprived. I am not the one who feels unworthy. I am not the one tangled in self-doubt. I am not the one chasing validation, approval, or love from the outside. I am not the one who thinks love must be earned. I am not the one holding guilt, holding hurt, holding anger, confusion, nor sadness. That one is not me. These burdens, these feelings of not enough, belong only to a separate imagined self, far from God's love. They are not mine. Every struggle, every urge to figure it out or to control comes only from this illusion of a self that thinks it stands alone, separate from love, separate from God, from my true holy self, and from every brother and sister. This false self lives only on the mistaken belief in separation and lack. Any idea that my worth depends on others' views, any notion that wholeness hides in another person, in my body, in achievements, or in the world, is not mine. Every effort to judge or manage my body, my path, my relationships, my life, is not mine. This self is not me. If none of these are who I am, then who am I? I cannot sink fully into God's constant enveloping love, into perfect safety, while still feeling falsely responsible for mistakes that were never truly mine. In this brand new instant, the last moment, and every seeming mistake it held has already vanished. There is no past in God's love. The past is gone. Mistakes are gone. They are not here now. Even echoes of the past, pain or unease appearing in the body, are only memories. The past is not present. How could anything from what never truly was be real here in this holy, shining instant? Only lingering, unforgiven guilt could pretend otherwise. Yet there is no past, and thus no sin, no guilt, no punishment. All seeming errors existed only in the mind, and only until I give Holy Spirit permission to wipe them away. I am not responsible for the ego's errors. I am not here to fix the ego's endless problems. The ego alone invents them and tries to solve them. When I believe those errors are mine, I also believe I must pay for them. That belief is the source of all suffering. I now gently welcome the truth. I am not responsible for the ego's guilt. This is the guilt the ego wants me to carry, so it can keep me from the radiant grace and joy that I already am, my true identity in God. I take a slow, comforting breath, and I open my heart to the Holy Spirit's nearness. I rest in this vast, loving spaciousness that knows no opposite, safe, held at home in this pure, holy instant. And another soft breath, and with curiosity and trust, I whisper inwardly, now that I see clearly who I am not, please reveal to me in the gentlest way who I am. In this blessed holy instant, I let Holy Spirit lift me lightly, like a leaf on a warm current, and carry me across the threshold into union with my eternally innocent, holy self through the atonement. I allow Holy Spirit to quietly release every remnant of guilt and every remnant of fear from this false self. That self was never me. In full trust, I let Holy Spirit erase every error I once thought real. Those were never my errors. They arose from the ego. What deep relief flows in. Holy Spirit can dissolve them instantly because the false identity never existed. I am guiltless. Every problem the false self seemed to create simply ceases now, as in this holy instant I choose to let go of the belief in the false self, along with its guilt and fear. I am God's most beloved child. I am God's cherished extension of pure love. I am nothing other than God's most precious creation. God is not complete without me, and I am not complete without God. From the beginning of time, there has never been a single instant when God saw or knew any fault in me. I am God's treasure, and nothing I think, feel, or do can ever change God's unwavering certainty of my perfect innocence and boundless worth. I am the treasure of God, beyond universes, beyond time, beyond space, beyond forever. In this holy instant, I open fully to receive God's infinite love pouring into me now. My beloved holy self, the radiant identity I share with God and all my brothers and sisters is unchanging. It is incorruptible. My holy self is fearless. It rests forever in unopposed innocence, completely guiltless of any wrongdoing. My holy self never falters, even when I momentarily forget and touch fear. One simple, divine moment is all it takes. I exchange every doubt I have for God's perfect certainty, for God's knowing of my changeless innocence. I now breathe one beautiful shared breath of innocence with God. I draw in my innocence in God, and I accept gladly and deeply the innocence God knows I am. I remember I am God's loving will. All problems fade away in this holy instant of grace, the sovereign moment where I rest in God's glory. As I breathe in God's love for me. As I breathe in God's trust in me. As I breathe in the unopposed innocence God knows I am. As I breathe in the deep healing God offers with joy. As I breathe in my oneness with my Father. As I breathe, God breathes with me. As His most cherished child, God has waited through all time for my joyous return home, for me to rest in the love and the innocence I already am. I am God's will. I am the extension of heaven's light. I am the light of the world. God rejoices that we breathe our innocence as one. And now we close the last tiny gap together as I lovingly release guilt and fear forever. The two seeming selves can never truly meet, for one is not and never was real. Only my innocent holy self is real. The fearful one, the self born of illusion, the one that struggles to control, does not exist. I hear God's gentle invitation to join in this final, heartfelt declaration of truth, and I breathe it deeply into my being. I am God's beloved child. I am nothing but God's most treasured extension of love, because I am the radiant expression of God's perfect love. The eternal innocence of my heart beats in perfect harmony with my beloved source. My breath is God's breath. God's mind is my mind. This joyous truth declares I have no other mind. The mind that believes in unworthiness or guilt is not my mind with God, the only mind there is. I rest completely in this loving truth. God's love is all I am. This, my holy self, is all I am. No fear can abide in me. God's will for me is perfect happiness. I breathe this happiness gently with God as gratitude floods my heart. I accept and I receive. Now, in this holy instant, as one mind, I share God's total immunity to every illusion of fear. I welcome and embrace my fearless, holy self. All there is to me is God's infinite love, God's infinite peace, God's infinite joy. No illusion can touch my holy self as I am in God. I am the radiant light of God's creation. The gap of fear is closed. Love is all there is. God and I are one.